Hi, I'm Dr. David Lynch here at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia in the departments of pediatric and neurology. I work with a large number of people with Friedreich ataxia. We follow about 350 people here with Friedreich ataxia child, both for their neurological issues as well as their cardiac issues. I work here with a very dedicated staff of individuals, both research and clinical personnel, who spend their time thinking and caring for individuals with this disease. FA is Friedreich ataxia. This is a disorder discovered in the mid-portion of the 19th century in the area between France and Germany. It is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder where people lose their ability to have balance, to walk, lose the hand coordination, sometimes their speech, and sometimes develop a severe heart disease with it. It can also be associated with curvature of the spine called scoliosis, as well as diabetes in some people. I chose to go in neurology a long time ago because I've always been fascinated by the nervous system and how it can control our body. Not only things involved in mental function, memory, your psyche, but also in control of your body in terms of motor function and the complex computer which the nervous system has to be in order to control such things. Early in Friedreich ataxia, the biggest issue in maintaining balance is knowing where your feet are in space. This occurs because there are certain receptors which send impulses to the brain which tell you where your feet are. It's called proprioception is our name. Early in Friedreich ataxia, these are selectively affected so a person's strength is normal and their brain is normal, but what happens is they don't get the information about where their feet are and thus they're off balance. This is made worse several times, mainly any time a person cannot see their feet, and walking down a set of stairs is one of the easiest ways to make it difficult for a person to have control over their feet. In fact, walking upstairs is a lot easier because you can use other sensations to substitute for not seeing your feet. So you just can't see your feet, so you can't walk downstairs. My initial reaction was, having been seen both you and your sister, that you likely had Friedreich ataxia, which was confirmed by genetic testing. I also looked at you and compared you to the diversity of people with Friedreich ataxia. Our youngest patient is age 4. Our oldest patient is age 84, with his first symptoms occurring around age 65. So in the overall scheme of people with Friedreich ataxia, you are in sort of the middle range, or middle to perhaps more mildly affected than the average individual. That doesn't mean that it doesn't progress, but there is a range of disease severities. "5 years from now." That's a very tough prediction because you're doing so well right now. My guess is no. Am I absolutely convinced of that guess? No. I know that if I meet you in 40 years, you'll be using a walking device or a wheelchair. If I meet you in 5 years, I don't think you will be. But there are lots of things, including other random events, which can influence the course of things, so we don't know anything for sure. That's partly what I say now is based on the simple natural history of the disease. What is destined to happen if we find no new therapy. However, with so many therapies and trials right now, I think it's likely within the next decade we will find something which ameliorates the difficulties. I think there will be a cure for Friedreich ataxia, but it depends on what the word cure means. I can see in the very tangible future being able to treat people very early and slow to stop progression. I can also see in the near future ability to slow progression in people who have it, or perhaps even stop it. If that word cure includes reversing things, I see hope in that area too, but obviously reversing something that's already damaged is a lot harder than keeping something from ever becoming damaged to begin with.